Welcome back to the shop, everybody. Welcome back to Work Guitars. Good to talk to everybody again. We got one done. The Nomad is ready. The Nomad. We built this guitar for Jimbob Severts, and it is a mahogany body and neck.
Quite beautiful, too.
With a flame maple cap, and the turquoise into blue, the ocean depth there you have. We went with the gold top hats on there. Tonepro bridge. These are Jim Wagner pickups. And let's see, Moonphase inlay. And of course we have the hip shot tuners and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and we'll do the flyby, of course.
We'll do the flyby. Let's check it out.
Something about the shape of this guitar leads the player. Turn it up right. So we took that while you were busy doing the important work. We were coming up with Full Explorer song, right? Another guitar. I think you guys are like this too. I pick up a different guitar, become a different player.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to have stuff like this around.
Yeah.
And like, hey, I feel like playing this.
Right.
Who did we leave out?
Inspiration. Well, Metallica, of course. James Hetfield.
Oh, how did I miss that?
Yeah.
I missed the later year stuff. Yeah, and it's very well balanced, which is an odd thing when you get into it. I came through the '80s, as these gentlemen did. There were a lot of pointy things in our lives, and a lot of them just wanted to do this.
Yeah.
All the time. This doesn't want to do that. This wants to be
nice
wherever you put it
nice
and leave it, which is great. Yeah.
This one is actually slightly smaller than the other guitar that is this shape that a different company makes. That is similar to this one.
I like that. That's a smaller guy.
It's a little smaller, and the reason why we did that is because we had this beautiful maple cap, and we wanted to make sure we could use it. It's very difficult. If you look back on some of the videos of the build for Nomad, it's very difficult to get a maple board that has any flame to it that's wider than that. Because here's the center line, so you have this big wide chunk you got out here. This side, then you get down here too. It's a lot wider than most guitars are in its overall dimensions. So we had to kind of tweak things a bit to make it fit the board. And we did that, and it worked out pretty well. This fretboard's really pretty. A piece of Macassar with some very nice,
We'll get close on that.
some very nice figuring in it, and yeah, man. Oh yeah, it's all satin on the back because we just oiled the back and the back of the neck.
That's
just
very
tongue
cool
oil.
too.
Not
It
tongue
feels
oil.
so good
Gun oil.
right here.
It does.
Yeah.
We oiled it about 6, 7, 8 coats, and then Steve wet sanded it with like 1,000 or 1,200 grit. What did we go down to?
There's 1,200.
Went down to 1,200 grit wet sanding the true oil after it's cured for a few days. You gotta let it cure for a couple of days, 2-3 days, and then you can wet sand it, and you can get a super smooth finish off of it. I've learned a lot about using true oil in the past few builds, testing it out and seeing what it'll do, and it'll do a lot. You just got to put a lot on there, to get the build up. But yeah, man.
She's a player for sure.
She's a beauty, Jimbob. You want to fly by?
No, I just want to take it home. That's all I ever want.
Do that again with this pickup.
Oh, yeah, hey. That would show both pickups nicely, wouldn't it?
Let's show both pickups. Jim Wagner pickups, and they sound nice. Very
pretty
nice.
standard wiring configuration for the type of guitar. I like that. Now you guys with dual switches, those old guys invented this as a toggle switch.
You gotta have it. You gotta have it.
Yeah, let's do it.
I've always liked that particular combination anyway. That seems to make the most sense to me. Volume, tone.
Yeah, and it's a good range on this. Again, once again, Bourne's audio. I hope that translates. I find that, especially as I've gotten a little bit older myself, and I would say, I think more mature as a player. I rely on my tone knob a lot more than I used to. I used to be like volume and go. That was my thing. And, I don't need all of that. But I kind of do, I kind of find myself, especially because I like the telly thing.
Yep.
And on...
I found that, especially on Les Pauls with burst buckers, rolling back the tone a little bit just gave them I don't know, just a better sound. It took that crisp, kind of biting edge that they have off of them, that tone, just a little touch.
There is a sweet spot on the heartstring guitar.
Yeah.
It's about right there on the tone knob.
Yep.
And it's just perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. I could probably put a cap in there and just make it do that permanently, but that would be no fun.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
let's do a flyby. Let's
All
take
right.
a good close-up look at this thing. Ba-da-ba! I made that jack so good it won't unplug. Oh, they'll be making them out of Bluetooth in a few years anyway.
They will.
Right. So I think we'll start with the headstock, right? And Tony, you just guide me because I'm on the other side here.
Okay. Yeah, tilt it back a little bit.
Tilt it
Don't have
back.
very good light.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can move back a little too.
Come on, a little closer.
Okay, a little closer. Ooh, it's 3D.
There you go.
So, of course, our beautiful, lovely, lovely logo headstock there. Matched headstock to the flame,
Yes.
which is gorgeous.
Yes.
Of course, all the wonderful stuff on the back.
Oh, yeah.
The tuners that we love so much, the volute. We'll run it up here, get a good look at the Moonphases. And then make sure I get the whole body here.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're doing good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty. Tilt it back some.
Get the flame.
Yeah.
There we go.
It doesn't do it justice.
It really doesn't. It never does. That's
Oh,
okay.
man, it's very pretty.
You guys can come by here and see these kind of things in person before they get homes. And then we'll go back here and we'll start over with the back here. And I love this a lot too. This gun oil finish.
Yeah.
Just how many coats did you get? 7?
7
on this is beautiful, and it feels good. It feels, if you're one of those guys that like steel wools the gloss off of a neck so that it's smoother and faster and more comfortable to play,
It's definitely.
this is the right way to do that. Instead of removing other finishes, have it finished like this. Oh,
There you go.
there we go.
Got the coffin cover.
You can see how pretty this thing really is.
Yep, mahogany all satin. Yeah, man.
So there she is. Beauty, eh?
That's
Are
her.
we in there?
Yeah.
Right way? Okay. Catch, Steve!
Yeah. One thing I really like is that Tonepro bridge. I'm
Yeah.
starting using more Tonepro bridges. I really like those.
A good friend of mine once told me he didn't like equipment that had too much plumbing. That is not too much plumbing.
No,
It's
that is-
perfect.
That is down and dirty. This is all
It
you
does
need.
exactly what it's supposed to do.
No more, no less. Yeah.
Nice wraparound style bridge. I really like it. It intonates really well. It's got a ton of adjustment because it also has Allen wrench adjustment back here that you can move the bridge, you can tilt the bridge, you can do whatever you need to do that way. If you feel like you can't get the intonation quite right, there's a ton of adjustment on it. And yeah, man. Of course, it has hot rod truss rods in there, and on the truss rod, one of these bad boys. Very nice hunk of steel.
Keeps it pretty solid.
Yeah, very nice. And
I
we went
didn't think of that.
with the gold top hats. We started to put crown on it, but we were like, man, it was really asking for the
Just
classic,
yeah.
that classic top hat look, man.
You know, so I come from the generation, as do these two guys here, of, dare I say their names, the G Company, Hamer, God bless those guys, the old Dean stuff.
Yeah,
The Ibanez Destroyer. Anybody remember the Ibanez
yeah.
Destroyer?
Yes, sir.
So when I was a kid, those were the coolest things going.
yeah.
And you know,
Isn't that what Paul Stanley played?
I think he did play a Destroyer at one point. My older brother had an Ibanez Destroyer bass that was just black with the cream binding, gold knobs.
Yeah.
It was classic. The Def Leppard guy played a Destroyer.
Steve.
Original. No, the other one. Phil Collin.
Phil Collin?
Yeah.
Okay.
He played a Destroyer like in.
Okay.
I think it was the one I played. Anyway, those guitars look so cool to me.
Yeah.
And to me, even the old Icemans, the
Yeah.
Firemans, right? Or
That's what Paul
Ibanez,
Stanley
Iceman.
played,
Played Iceman. The vintage vibe of the knobs on it and like the cream pick guards and stuff.
Yeah.
I love that. I still love that to this day.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we live in a world of choices. And
That's
you
correct.
can have it any way you want with Worth Guitars.
That's correct. You can.
How you like that?
That's correct.
It's very nice.
Fucking for a promotion.
You can hold the pickles or hold the lettuce.
Right? Special sauce, the whole 9 yards. Please send your emails to Tony at Worth Guitars and tell him how great Steve is. Either one, it doesn't matter which, we need the affirmation.
That's correct. Tony at worthguitarsusa.com if you want to contact us. But that's it. That's the Nomad, guys.
It's a beauty.
Thank you guys for watching along on this build, you know, all of you that did. And this is the conclusion of that. Jim's going to come get it probably tomorrow.
Oh, we forgot. Glow in the dark dots.
Oh, yes. We also have the glow-in-the-dark side dot fret markers.
And they're a good size. What size are they? That's perfect.
Those are your 3.5 millimeters.
Anyway, okay, well, thank God we used the 3.5s this time.
The 3.5s. And
Which, take out your ruler and look what 3.5, it's really a good size. It's a great,
you can
inlay
see
marker.
them, you can see them really
it really is, yeah.
in the darkness while you're rocking out.
In the darkness. The darkness, I think one of those guys
Yeah.
plays this kind of thing.
So, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for watching. Go out and see some local bands and support your local musicians. And be good to each other out there. And we'll see you out there in the world somewhere. Peace. Work guitars. See ya. Rock out, man. Let's hear some.